In an absolutely surprising turn of events, one franchise that I never thought was going to get a Versus the World got announced. One thing that I'm really hoping from this season is that they don't give us this mini capsule season that Canada's Drag Race in particular has been doing a lot of. I think it's great to have smaller seasons every now and again, but I think for me as a fan, I want to see at minimum 8 episodes for anything All-Stars adjacent, because I think that's the most respectful thing for these queens that have been off of our TVs for a while. Give them the most amount of time to really show what they've got rather than try to cram everything into 6 episodes. There's just not enough time to build story and competition momentum. I think the best format for a Versus the World is like minimum of 11 or 12 queens, even though I would prefer 12. My other thought is, because this is the very first one, I would love to see earlier season representation, and then if they get renewed for a second, then have a little more spread out. So these are the queens that I would want to see and the ones I'm manifesting out into the world. Etc. Etc. was one of my favorites from that entire cast. It always felt a little weird about the timing that she went home, but I think that she would be a really fun pull for the first Versus the World. I saw a video of Coco Jumbo performing recently, and it was maybe one of the best performances that I've seen in a very long time. And I think that her energy is great. I think she was a fun time on her season. She went home really early, and I would love to see if she could make it farther. Season 2-wise, I think Beverly would be really fun to see come back. Her energy in season 2 was a little green, and I think she's got a better grasp on how TV works now, on how her drag connects to the competition. And Molly was such a hoot her first time around. I would love to see her again. As far as international divas, I would love to see at least 6 or 7 international queens, depending on if they give us 4 or 5 Down Under queens. Let's get Gigi Era up in this gig. She is from Melbourne already, if I'm not mistaken. I think this would be a great transitionary queen between one franchise coming from the actual home country. There's been a serious lack of Holland in Canada Versus the World, as well as in Global All-Stars. There was no representation in Slasian, so I think we should have a Holland girl or two. My personal pick would be Chelsea Boy. I think that they are one of the most fascinating contestants to have been on Drag Race ever, and has gotten dust. I don't know the English comprehension of Aura Eternal, but Atalia has been given a lot of dust as well in the Versus the World, and I think that she would be a great one to come back. I think for this cast in particular, I think she's got the right energy to match all their freaks. Let's get motherfucking Estina Mandela up in here. Why has she not been on anything? Maybe she hasn't been invited. Maybe she said no. We need Estina somewhere, if she even wants to go back at all. They're always very insistent on bringing back someone that's already been on US All-Stars. So if we're going to bring someone back, I think Thorgy Thor is someone who is just a great time. I think would work well synergistically with this cast, has the right energy that I think Down Under in particular is always going for. Another that I don't know the English comprehension of, but I heard rumors that Ugasio was asked to perform in Global All-Stars and just barely wasn't able to finish the English comprehension test. I think that Ugasio would be great in any type of like Versus the World or global situation. And then last but not least, Miss Mosu commented that she would be willing to go and do this franchise. And high-key, that's already exactly the person that I would have wanted to have seen from Canada's Drag Race. Either her or Shelazon LaRue. I think Miss Mosu is a hoot, and she's been making such a splash on social media since her time off the show. She's another one that's been off the screen for way too long. Let's get her back up in here. Are you excited for Down Under Versus the World, and who do you want to see?